Town where the sun is shining once again here at World's Fair Park at the Dogwood Arts Festival. A quick note for you. We mentioned earlier we were talking about a free fishing day at the Cove at Concord Park. That is not tomorrow. That's actually happening in June 7th. So just a little correction there that the fishing is not tomorrow. The free fishing is June 7th. But again, back here at the Dogwood Arts Festival, let's talk about some of the music, because it's not often that a band manages to stay together for almost 20 years, even with a few gaps in between. But the homegrown band, the Dirty Guv'nahs, somehow managed to do that. In fact, they came out with a new album today, and they're preparing for an upcoming festival next month.
It's his fault. He started this whole thing. So, yeah.
Started as a joke 19 years ago, and here we are. So it's a 19-year joke so far.
That joke led them to this stage for their very first performance way back in April of 2006.
We sucked so bad. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Apparently, not everyone thought so.
Always have a hand to hold.
The 6 guys who connected through UT decided to keep performing. And from there, the crowds, the transportation, and the venues just kept growing. But there will always be a special place in their hearts for the Bijou Theater.
This was kind of our first big show here. We actually rented out the Bijou because nobody knew who we were. And we hoped some people would show up, and we ended up selling it out. And that was one of the big moments that said, hey, let's quit our jobs and get on the road and try to make this a career.
And that career has now spanned nearly 20 years, with more than 1,000 shows under their belts and now a 6th studio album.
This album's called Promises. I mean, more than anything, it's just about kind of like our bond as a band, staying true to our word, kind of staying true to Knoxville. You know, we love making music, and we love Knoxville, and it's something we want to keep doing for a long time.
But those were not words you would have heard from them 10 years ago. Back in September of 2015, the band called it quits, performing a final farewell show at the Tennessee Theater.
When we broke up, that was it. You know, everybody's always breaking up, reunion tours, but it was legitimately the end.
We were worn out.
We were worn out. We lived on the road. I mean, the only way for a working band is to tour. And we started having young families, and it became pretty difficult to be, you know, in Iowa for the 8th time. It kind of loses its luster. So we decided to, you know, just take a step back from the road, and that was going to be that. But then after a couple years, we were all friends. There was no animosity or anything, and we thought, well, there's no rules to this. We don't have to tour at that level, that constant grind. We can just kind of do what we want. And we got together and said, hey, it'd be cool to play a couple shows. Then, you know how that goes. A couple shows turned into, we were shocked by the response, honestly. And so we added a couple more, then a couple more, and then like, hey, what if we made a new album? And then, you know, here we are.
Yes, here they are with a new album they say will be music to the ears of their longtime fans.
My good friends, the Dirty Guv'nahs.
And next month, the Southern Skies Music and Whiskey Festival is back for another year with more headliners and, of course, the Dirty Guvs. They'll be treating the festival as a big album release party as well. So after hitting play on their band nearly 2 decades ago and then pressing pause for a bit, this band is back on fast forward.
No, we just keep growing this festival and keep playing all the concerts that we want to play, doing it the way that makes sense for our lives. And to me, it's like it's all inspired by wanting to create new music. And like, as long as that engine is churning, you know, like the live shows just follow.
We like each other too much to stop, so we're going to keep the train moving.
Well, again, the Dirty Guv'nahs' new album, Promises, is out today. Yeah, they released it today. And then coming up next month on May 10th, that is when the Southern Skies Music and Whiskey Festival is happening, and that's happening right here at World's Fair Park. And if you would like to see more, my entire conversation with the Dirty Guv'nahs is streaming right now on our streaming site, WBIR+, which is free to download, of course, on your smart TV. But now,